Hello. So I just wanted to make a video really quickly to document the changes that I'm noticing in myself, because these are these are really dope changes for me. Um, First of all, with intrusive thoughts, I'm not allowing them to fester. I'm getting really good at catching myself and telling my brain to shut the fuck up, and that's been helping. I will literally, like, in my head, tell my brain to shut the fuck up and try to think about something else, something positive or a goal that I have, or something like that, and intrusive thoughts are gone. um I'm beginning to get better about managing my anxiety. I can't fucking speak today. um but I'm getting better about that, and that's been really nice too. When my anxiety kind of spikes, I'll do the senses trick. I'll just look at something or look at whatever, multiple things even, and just get really descriptive about what those things look like, little details on them or whatever it is. I'll do that. Or um, listen. If it's like putting on music or just listening to environmental noises, something like that, and I'll get really descriptive in my head and describing what it sounds like, and that'll help me kind of ground myself a little bit. So that's been really dope. I don't feel like I'm super anxious all the time anymore, or at least I'm getting better at managing when the anxiety gets high, and that's really dope, because I never knew what to do about that whenever um I got anxious. And when I get anxious, my brain will just go 100 miles an hour, fucking coming up with whatever thing, or the intrusive thoughts will creep in along with the anxiety, or whatever it is. And I didn't know how to manage it or stop it from happening. And lately I've been doing that, and that's been really dope. um I don't feel like I'm allowing emotion to take over logic as much anymore, and that's also really big for me, because if I was um if I was really depressed, then I didn't hardly put effort into shit. At least if I didn't have to, then there was almost nothing that I would put effort into. And I mean, that's still a battle, obviously, but it's just one of those things that I think is improving, because I'm paying attention to how I'm handling things and how I am handling emotions. I still have some things that I need to work on. Um, I'm not anywhere near finished yet, but these are just a couple of things that I think I'm getting better at, and it's been really sick. All I really did, to be honest with you, was learn about some tools, and I listened to an audiobook that I think I've talked the most about uh since making the learning videos, and that kind of thing. And that's pretty much it. I'm just learning from research and books from people who have been through shit, you know what I mean? Who are figuring out how to deal with things and help us understand why certain things happen in our brain. And that's been really sick. Um my approach may not work for everybody, but I think it's at least important to be able to understand why certain behaviors are happening, why certain um, brain patterns have been established. I think it's really important to understand why that's a thing in order to approach the how of working on it. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not done yet. It's just something that I am noticing, about myself, and I'm starting to feel a whole lot better doing the forgiveness thing. I wrote actual letters. I think I've said this already, but I wrote actual letters to certain people and myself, forgiving them, so I could put it in some sort of tangible form that I am letting things go. So when I did that, then it felt like a weight was taken off of my shoulders. And I didn't do this all at once. I wrote one letter, and then something else in my mind came up, and I wrote another letter, and then I came up in my mind and I wrote another letter, so, and I didn't send them to anybody, but that's just something that I think helped tremendously for me. While certain things from the past still bother me, I'm getting better about not letting them affect today. I'm not perfect at it yet, but I'm getting better at it. And that's something I think has been a struggle for a long time. Probably longer than I even think it was a problem. But it's one of those things that I'm seeing in myself. I'm beginning to get better with things, and that's been the whole goal. Here pretty soon, what I'm going to try to do, depending on how much it's going to cost me, I'm going to try to sign up for some sort of martial art and do that in the evenings, because I first of all, I love martial arts. I was pretty much raised with martial arts around me, and that's the only reason I know the things that I do in terms of defending myself. But there are things from martial arts that I think would greatly benefit me in multiple ways. So I'm gonna try to do that, and that's something that I've never like formally had training. So I think that's something it's out of my comfort zone, and it's another thing to conquer. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to try to do. Depending on how much it's going to cost me. I haven't really looked into it yet because I haven't been able to. But that's a thing that I'm probably going to do. If I can make the cost work with everything else, then I think I'm gonna make that happen, because that'd be cool. So that's my progress for right now. Some things I still think I could, honestly, all of it I think I could do better on, but there are some things that I'm seeing that are already improving, and that for me is a really big win. And I just wanted to document it. So thank you for listening. I appreciate you very much. I will see you in the next one. Oh, something else before I end the video. I haven't really been trying that hard to practice this, but this is what has been happening anyway. I'm noticing that I'm getting more grateful for like little things. Since moving back home and being in this environment that I grew up in, and even like the weather outside and how beautiful some of the landscapes can be, the people around me, even I'm noticing without really trying that I'm trying to practice being grateful. And that's another wild thing to me, because I feel like for years I've taken a whole lot of things for granted, So that's been really sick. And sometimes I remind myself, like, let's not be ungrateful. Let's not do this. We got to be better about this. That's something else I'm noticing. Okay, now that's all I have. I promise. I will see you in the next one.